I think one of the most important things in business and starting a business is you just have to refuse to lose.
My name's Paul Weber. I'm the VP of Supply Chain as a co-founder of Teton Outfitters and have worked in Teton Outfitters and Klim for 25 years.
Teton Outfitters was kind of the original business that Justin and Paul had started back in college.
Yeah, so when I first started, we were manufacturing ski resort uniforms and was doing that going through college. A lot of kids were having fun on the weekends, doing things like that, but my wife and I was going and QCing coats and bibs and stuff like that for these ski resorts. And after I graduated from the University of Utah, moved back home to Rigby, Idaho. And about a year into that, we had a ski resort go into bankruptcy. And you know, they're telling us, hey, you're going to get paid for the product you're manufacturing for us, but it's just going to be a timing thing. We don't know exactly when. Honestly, I'd built the business on credit cards and student loans and everything like that, and I didn't have the financial means to not deliver and get paid. So that's when we changed. We came up with the Klim logo. We changed a few of our designs. And we went to our first snowmobile show. We
showed up at the Salt Lake show. That was our first show. I think I had a retail fixture that had like 3 or 4 products on it. We had borrowed a backdrop from somebody. We had printed out these shots of people snowmobiling and blew them up.
You know, we had a mannequin that we borrowed from one of our employees' moms. And it was a 10 by 10 with a 4-way waterfall rack, and we were just there telling our story.
It was uncharted territory. Yeah, it was certainly that. I mean, I can only imagine what was going through their heads as they were like attempting to bring this to market. Like, who's gonna like this? Who's gonna pay for this?
You know, mid-90s, the OE started to build a mountain-specific snowmobile. The gear really didn't change over that time frame. So we were wearing short track gear that was set up for a guy sitting on a sled and just turning the bars and maybe moving his butt off the seat or off the other side of the seat. It wasn't really set up for highly active mountain riding style, which we were doing. And so we were always wet.
People were getting a lot more athletic riding, and we were going a lot deeper into the backcountry than snowmobilers really ever had. And so some of these pain points, it really became like they were dangerous. Like, you can't be wet and get way in the backcountry and spend the night. Like, you know, it just doesn't work. So, you know, I think the timing, you could call that luck, the timing and having the ability to solve those pain points were really what gave Klim its start.
When we came to the market, we had the most expensive product. We had product that was not similar to what was out there. You know, we didn't have insulation in it. You know, there was hanging liner and water-resistant zippers. And, you know, we were just coming to the market with a whole nother formula.
So it was kind of like all these magical things happened at the right time. You know, we'd learned how to make technical garments by putting stuff together all night in our garages and, you know, working to make the best we could. We just learned, and so all those things came together at the same time that the sleds were taking you to a new part of the world.
That's what Klim really did for us, is they brought gear to us that kept us from being wet, kept us from being clammy and uncomfortable.
We went to dealers, we went to shows, we went to events. Like, we did not leave one stone unturned. It was constantly on the road, constantly going to see new dealers, and there was a lot of little things that added up to big things that I think really made Klim successful. And the product performed the way it was designed, and I think that was key.
The growth part never was a problem. started in outerwear and layering. Then it was about giving you a boot that would keep your feet dry, and then it was about gloves that would keep your hands dry.
Yeah, I mean, 25 years later, for it to be the company that it is, I'd almost expect nothing less. It's just a bunch of guys that, I mean, at the end of the day, there's some guys that are in there that are straight up farmers, are even today, and they know how to work. And they were able to put this thing together, and I'd say that the connection that they've made with other companies, the connection they've made with other people, the combination of Gore-Tex and keeping that partnership alive, all of these things have all been what I'd say as a whole has led to Klim's success.
You just have to expect there's going to be problems, and you have to learn how to overcome them. And over the years at Klim, I mean, there's been a number of things from, raw material manufacturers, having a fire and not being able to deliver the fabric that we got a factory waiting for, or a container gets lost, or COVID, or the bird flu, or there's just a list of things that were, they were big problems for us. And but you just have to go to work, and you have to be creative and find ways to overcome those things. And anyone in business can relate to that. Business is never easy, and anyone that goes out there and forges their own road should be, have some respect for that.